Well, everyone, it's been a while since we last seen Screw Attack's death battle. Are you all excited for the Dante vs. Bayonetta fight happening on March 16th? Good, because this one's going to be a piece of cake. It's one of my ideas that came to life thanks to them. I'm so happy that we're going to see it in 2 weeks now. But let's not worry about that. Let's talk about those two, shall we? Ever wondered what it would be like to become one with something? You just gotta learn how to control the basics of the armor itself. Unless, of course, you have an instruction manual on how. I mean, becoming one with armor? Have you ever watched James Cameron's Avatar movie? I have, and let me tell you, this is no laughing matter. I sure don't want to be the avatar of anything horrifying. I'm Daniel Paul Moore, and I'm coming your way to tell you all why I wanted a death battle. Sho Fukamachi is the main protagonist of the series. Sho is 17 years old and a second-year student at Narisawa High School. As he is the host for the first unit activated, he is known as Guyver 1. He fights Kronos more in order to protect friends and family than from any need to see the enemy brought to justice. Had he not become the host for a Guyver unit, he probably would have happily continued in ignorance of Kronos. He cares deeply for Mizuki Sagawa with the intensity of first love, and Tetsuro Sagawa, Mizuki's older brother, is his closest friend. He had two other friends who teased him about his relationship with Mizuki, named Takaya and Mono, but they were killed. Sho lived with his father, Mr. Fukamachi, until he was turned into a zoonoid and killed by his own son. Ouch! When he initially transformed into the Guyver, Sho was unconscious from the trauma of having the unit forcibly bond itself to him. However, the Guyver itself was able to deal with the threat of the zoonoids that had been dispatched to retrieve the lost Guyver unit. Once Sho awakened from the Fugu-like state that he had entered while bonding into this unit, he was initially terrified of the armor that he found himself wearing, as well as its capacity for sheer destruction. These feelings led to him rejecting the armor, which in turn caused the armor itself to retreat from him and store itself in the subdimension that the armor resides, and when not in use. However, this was only a temporary reprise. The armor itself was still firmly bonded to him. Nothing short of the unit remover will be able to change that fact. Sho, however, was simply relieved to be free of the armor. He didn't know yet that he would not be able to get out of the situation so easily. When the next group of Kronos thugs confronted him, a pair of Ramatith, led to Guyver 2 in the 12-part OVA, and a group of Ramatith, led by Avamor in the 2005 TV series and the manga, he was again able to call upon the Guyver to protect himself and his best friend Tetsuro. In doing so, he discovered the most powerful of the Guyver's weapons, the mighty Mega Smasher. In the first two OVAs, he was also able to kill Guyver 2 at this point. After that, Sho began to realize that the situation he was now in was very serious, and also that there was far more to it than what he had seen so far. From there, the stories followed two divergent but related paths. There is a catch. If the control metal on the forehead is destroyed, the armor will eat you alive, and you can say goodbye to your existence. Elaine is a young mute girl who seems to be innocent in appearance, but when merged with her less powerful counterpart, she becomes Genocyber, capable of mass destruction as seen in all three OVAs. Her friend was a young boy who devoted himself to protect her, but was unable to when the government agents killed him. This causes Elaine to completely wipe out Hong Kong. In the second OVA, Elaine is named Laura by a young Dr. Mira, who once had a daughter about that age but died in a plane accident. Ironically, the real Laura was killed by Elaine in the form of Genocyber, who crashed one of the government agents into the plane that Laura was on. This was first shown in the rising action of the second OVA. Elaine is also proved to be superior to any Vajura in combat, including the one on the American carrier. Most of Genocyber's attacks include fire and flames that are used as weapons. In the third OVA, Elaine appears much as in a dormant state, confined to her dreamlike world with her older sister Diana. It is not fully explained at the beginning, but it's later revealed that both Elaine and Diana realized that their power wasn't meant to be for this world, and they decided to go into a state of seclusion, only to be reawakened when Genocyber decided to destroy the city of the Grand Arc, killing everyone except for Mel and Ryu. Genocyber then flies into space and destroys an orbiting space station with Kyuru's power leader on a screen, talking about the destruction of Genocyber. It is not known what happens to Genocyber afterwards. It is implied, though, subsequent imagery that Elaine and Diana's consciousness still exists within Genocyber, although that is unknown if Genocyber is still alive, or if Elaine or Diana can ever remanifest herself as the girl seen in the first two OVAs. Tell you what, since I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the rest of this music. Wow, I gotta say, those things are monsters, but it would be worth fun to see in a death battle. Of course, I had to uncover the anime that nobody remembers in the past, so if you think you want to be the avatar of something dangerous, don't do it. It's not worth it. Coming up next on Why I Wanted a Death Battle, ding ding ding, it's time to step into the ring and get your boxing on, because in the next one, I'm talking about Little Mac from Punch-Out versus Ippo Makunouchi from Hajime no Ippo. So as always, don't forget to fave, comment, share, like, and subscribe. Help keep this account safe from internet haters, internet trolls, cyberbullies, and rude people. And as always, thanks for watching.